our straw poll from earlier today has voted that today's stream is going to be focused on collecting science. So we are going to be hunting down some of the biomes on Kerbin that we haven't yet explored to see if we can unlock some of the science points that they have to offer us. Right, okay, well I'm intrigued now. I want us to splash down something into the water. Not this one though, let's load the polar one that we had, Polar 6. It has goo, it has materials bay. We don't need nearly as much fuel. We don't need any of that. We just need enough fuel to get it over the water. That's probably not quite enough actually. Go with that one, one of them, and we'll see if we can send this thing out into the water. No, I'll tell you what we'll use. We won't use that. We'll use these guys. Make the whole thing a kind of a lander and see what we get. So this is going to be the Aqua 1. We just realised we haven't gathered science from the water. So hopefully this thing can land there. Oops. Land there. Save it, launch it, and let's see if we can send this thing out to the water. Nice gentle takeoff, gentle landing. Probably will go horribly wrong because it usually does. Okay, so low throttle. Let's get our gear out. There we go. Yes, indeed. Powered submarine. Oh, they're a bit wonky actually. So what's going on there? Let's straighten up. Straighten up. Straighten up. Come on. It's a bit heavy for these legs, I think. Okay, so let's put the legs back in. There we go. Right, so let's make sure our staging's all right, which I believe it is. Whoa, these things are powerful. Whoops. Probably wasn't a good idea to do this at night. Oops. Okay. Yeah, we ran out of fuel. So I think maybe we should have taken a bit more fuel. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the Space Centre. I can't revert the launch because that's against my rules for this series. So we kind of lost a guy there. But don't worry, we've got plenty of Kerbals. It was indeed very, very close. So, the legs were a bit of a waste of time. Let's have a larger fuel tank. Make sure that these are a bit better balanced this time. How can we improve this? I think that is about all we can do, really. All we want to do is land in the water. So this is the Aqua 2. Aqua 1 ran out of fuel and crashed. This one probably will too. Save. Launch! Was that? It was Jebediah, was it? Whoops. Okay. Sorry, Jeb. Yeah. He kind of got the short straw there. Respawn, straight into another flight, and killed again straight away. Oh well, never mind. Right, SAS on. Very little fuel. Very little throttle we need for this. Let's give this another go. Aqua 2, heading for the water. Ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's a bit heavier this time. There we go. Let's try heading over a bit quicker this time. Okay, here we go. Slowing us down. Oh! This isn't working. Maybe we don't quite have the tech for this yet. Or maybe I'm just a rubbish pilot. We were close, I wonder if I should have just dumped and pulled the parachutes out a bit quicker. Yeah, I think we'll try that. We're going to try it one more time with the same setup. We'll be a bit more reckless with our launch. But we will dump the fuel quicker and pull the parachutes. It was progress. We did make it to the water. We have Bob Kerman with us this time. We needed a bit more throttle last time, didn't we? Okay. So we'll go for a gentle launch, a bit more reckless towards the water, and then we will dump the fuel and parachute down. And we are going to give that a go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This way, straight away. Okay, we're over the water. Let's slow us down a bit. Parachutes out. 4.4 meters per second. There goes our fuel tanks. Let's see if we manage to keep our materials bay. The pod is probably going to be okay like this, but the materials bay is going to hit the water first, so we shall see if that survives. Bob's looking well happy, isn't he? Yeah, I think he thinks we're on to a winner here. $70 there. 4.3 meters per second descent. That's nice and gentle for something like this. But is it gentle enough for our materials bay? Yes, right. That's the first time I've ever managed to land on water and keep the materials bay like that. So, observe the materials bay. 10 science. You expose the material samples to the environment, taking note of how it behaves. Keep the data. Mystery goo. The goo wobbles around in its container and starts to seep out of the holes. Ooh, okay. 4 science. Keep that data. I still forgot to put a thermometer on this thing. Thermometer would have been handy. Crew report from within the water. 2 science, keep it. EVA report from Kerbin shores. Keep that data. You jump back in. Come back out again. Then let go. Alright, okay. Take surface sample. There we go. 12 science. 12 science from the shore, from the water. And that's just at the shores. If we go further out, we will be in open water as well. So board. Ooh. Okay, you can't board with that one. So jump off. We'll recover you, and we'll recover the vessel separately. Yeah. So if we do that exact same launch again and head further out into the water, we will be able to pick up even more science. 84 there. Recover Aqua 2. 28 science, giving us 112 total. I like the look of that. That's definitely enough for us to unlock some more sciencey things. I think before we try and spend it, we're going to do one more launch and send this little rocket thing further out into the water, because we do definitely have enough fuel to do that. And if we head straight east, we should get to the water pretty quickly. Okay, so here we are, SAS on, throttle up a little bit, and this is the 3rd launch of the Aqua 2, 2nd launch of the Aqua 2 with Bob Kerman, who survived our last attempt, and we are heading for open water this time. So, we are launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, heading east straight away. See how far we can get on this fuel tank. We're definitely heading out to open water. I don't really know how far. They are flying over Kerbin's waters. Look at that. Keep that data. Can we transmit that? No, because I don't think we packed an aerial, did we? Did we? Okay, so spin us back, slow us down. Oh, run out of fuel. Dump the tanks. Parachutes out. SAS off. There we go. So we did get a crew report while we were flying, which was worth a couple of points. Hopefully we're far enough out for that not to count as the shores. Let's speed us up until we touch down in the water. Okay, here we go. 20 meters. 10. Splash down. Whoa, bit of a bounce on that one. Hopefully this is Kerbin's waters rather than still being on the shores. So let's see what we get here. Materials bay. Kerbin's waters. Another 10 science. Keep the data. Mystery goo. The goo escapes into the water. Oh no! 4 science points. Keep that. Crew report we can't do because we've already got one stored. However, EVA. Boop. EVA report. 2.4 there. And a surface sample. Another 9 science. I don't think he's got much chance of getting back in the capsule there. So again, we're going to have to recover him separate to the vessel. .4 takes us up to 123. Back to the tracking station. Aqua 2, splash down, recover. Another 17.5 gives us 141 science points. Still stuff orbiting Kerbin. Hopefully that will splash down at some point. So let's have a look at our research centre and see what we want to unlock. Ready to help me pick, guys? We have landing, which gives us the Scoop-O-Matic Junior, which is not much use to us at the moment. We have the micro landing strut, which is a smaller landing leg that we could use. A small gear bay, which would be handy if we wanted to start building space planes, although we haven't got any wings or anything yet, but there we go. We have electrics, which is going to be quite important. We have the solar panels in there. We have a couple of dishes, a couple of batteries and lights, which will be handy. We then have advanced flight control, which is the Delta Deluxe wing, the inline advanced stabilizer, another cockpit and another probe body that we can use. Looks like I've just been disconnected from chat, so hopefully I will be reconnected to you guys in a moment so you can actually tell me what you want me to know. We have the aerodynamics section, which is all things for space planes, wings, fins, air intakes, etc. We have advanced construction, which is more detachment things. We have some size adapters, we have a structural fuselage, we have a fuel tank, we have the external drilling unit, the Kethane drill. We have a winch, we have the strut endpoint and the radial connector port. We have the fuel system, which gives us some extra fuel tanks, RCS, fuel ducts, i.e. fuel pipes, Kethane converter and a pipe endpoint, and then finally we have heavy rocketry, which is our wider fuel tanks and our wider engine. I think it's pretty obvious what you guys are going to vote for. I have got a connection back to the chat now, so let's see if I get any messages you've given me. Yeah, there we go. Electrics, of course, for solar panels. Need the satellites. We do. We need to get these solar panels so that we can get some satellites up in orbit ready for any future unmanned missions or manned missions, so that we can send back data via our satellites. So that is what we are going to unlock with our 90 science. We then also have unlocked advanced electrics, which is a bigger battery and some different solar panels, which maybe we'll come back to later, and precision engineering, which is some of the lighter engines that are designed for landers and probes and things like that. Some extra fuel tanks and a radial Kethane fuel tank. Another stack decoupler and some RCS tanks. So some interesting stuff that we can unlock once we get some more science points. 160 science we have there. But I think our next mission is going to be getting satellites up in orbit, probably 3 minimum, maybe 4 satellites up in orbit into a geostationary orbit if possible, so that we can always maintain a connection to the Kerbal Space Center while we are on the dark side of the planet or facing away from the planet. That is likely going to be our aim for our next live stream, which will be next Friday night, 8:30 PM GMT, 3:30 PM EST. Please subscribe so that you get notifications of that broadcast and any other broadcasts that I might sneak in during the week. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like these videos, comment if you wish, subscribe so that you can get updates of my new videos as they are released, and of course share this out via Twitter, Facebook and any other social media that you can find. I've been El Bristow, you've been watching Kerbal Space Program Live, and I will see you next week. See you later.